Griff, for more on this, let's bring in attorney Brian Claypool. Brian, thank you so much for being here. You know, we want to talk about how this is going to play out, or your expectations are, how this will play out legally. Let's put up the charges for the accused shooter here, 4 counts of felony murder. But I really also want to focus on the father here because the charges he is facing are multiple. 4 counts involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts second-degree murder, 8 counts of cruelty to children. There could be more charges coming. Take a listen to what the judge said he could face in terms of sentencing.
For a maximum total possible penalty for the charges that you currently are facing of 180 years imprisonment.
So, Brian, we saw parents in Michigan in another school shooting case sentenced to 10 years in prison for the acts of their son. Do you think cases like this, charges like this, will do anything to impact other parents out there who maybe need to speak up, do something sooner?
Hey, Alicia, great to be with you. Absolutely, 100%. We need these charges against this father. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I also was a victim of gun violence in the Las Vegas shooting. And I will tell you, for a couple of years after that shooting, I thought we should try to ban assault weapons, but I got off that track. And I don't think that has very little to do with this. What we need is exactly what you're seeing. We've got to work from the inside out to stop these mass shootings. How do we do that? We hold irresponsible parents like this guy who's buying an AR-15 for a 13-year-old, and a 13-year-old who is subjected to alleged abuse, emotional and physical abuse in a home that may have led him to do this. This is how we begin to stop mass shootings. And I believe these charges are warranted. And Jennifer and James Crumbley, like you said, in Michigan, were convicted. And we're hoping that is a deterrent as well.
And you know what folks don't know, if they do know, Brian has actually survived the Las Vegas shooting that happened a number of years ago. So we thank you for sharing that experience. I'm very curious about what you think on red flag laws, if you think that they can actually help if people don't participate.
Yeah, red flag laws are really important. Let's get off the assault weapon ban, Alicia, because people can get access to guns just like they can illegal drugs, right? We've got to work with red flag laws, just so your viewers are aware. You could go in within 24 hours, file a motion with a court and a judge. If you find somebody mentally unstable who's got access to assault weapons, you can get the law enforcement to go over their home and remove those weapons. Here, that's really important. But here, look, we had an investigation done a year ago of this family. We need a deep dive into what happened there. Why did law enforcement say, oh, there was no probable cause? This kid was allegedly putting on social media about doing a mass shooting. This is what I mean about working from the inside out. We've got to have better training of law enforcement, vet these people before they commit mass shootings. Go in, we need a global, universal 50-state red flag law. And look, Alicia, even easy things like dogs, right? After the Vegas shooting, I worked with Adrian Malouf. We tried to get dogs to be put in every school. They can sniff out ammunition from a mile or 2 away. Why are we not doing that? Why are Democrats, for example, trying to blame Republicans? By the way, as a victim of gun violence, I'm highly offended by the Democrats coming out after the shooting and saying things like, oh, well, if Republicans had enacted gun legislation, we wouldn't have that happen. That is absolutely insensitive, and it's degrading to people across this country. This isn't a political, issue
right.
to try to garner votes in an election.
You know, Brian, I don't have much time left, but I just wonder if you could hit on one thing, because there are people who aren't political in the medical community who are really advocating for better gun storage. That wouldn't have helped in this case if the facts are true. However, that is something that is important.
Yeah, gun storage is clearly important. It's against the law for example, to have an adult have a gun in the home of a minor under 18 or in some states under 21. We need better laws to make sure that parents are storing both guns and ammunition, Alicia. Absolutely.
Brian Claypool, we want to thank you for not only bringing your expertise, but also sharing your experience. It's so important for people to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Alicia, for covering this.
Griff.
Great interview, Alicia, coming up.